Hey, it's Jim Zaspel coming at you here from jimzaspel.com. Got a question for you. Have you ever wondered how to get your offers to buy houses accepted? See, in today's real estate market, the reality is there's a lot of competition out there. Every single house I buy, I'm going up against multiple, sometimes several, sometimes 10 other offers on the same house. So the question is, how do you elevate yourself above your competition so your offer is the one that gets accepted? So what I've done is I've broken down these 5 categories, 5 things about your offer that need to be in place in order to make your offer appealing. Now, even once you get all these things in place, I got a secret for you. Not every offer you make is going to get accepted. We'll talk about at the end of this video how many offers you got to make in order to get them accepted. So, utmost important when you're making these offers and you want to get yours, to look the best, you got to make sure you don't have any contingencies in your offers. So every single offer we make has no contingencies. The only exception to that might be if there's a well and septic, but usually what we wind up doing, instead of having a septic contingency, is a septic inspection contingency, is simply just allowing $20,000 or $30,000 in order to put in a new system. That's in the event that there isn't public water or sewer available. So the point is, contingencies. One maybe, but usually do none. Not even a 5 or 7 day inspection contingency. I tell you, a lot of wholesalers, nothing wrong with it, a lot of wholesalers go in with a 5 to 10 day inspection contingency on their contract to buy the houses, and what do you know, they're just trying to get their buyers in there in that time frame. Not saying it's bad, not saying it's wrong, I've done it, it works just fine. However, it's one way for you to separate yourself from your competition is by not having that inspection contingency, none whatsoever. Next is price, and I will tell you that a price that is a cash offer is more valuable to the seller than a higher price, let's say like a 2 or 3K financing buyer. So price is not that important. I mean, you're always in competition on price, but don't let a finance buyer. Price is what it is. Escrow period. This is the amount of time from when you sign the contract to buy it, when you make the offer, to when you're saying you can close by. Okay, banks like to see 2 weeks right now, 14 days. So our offers used to be 10 days. Title companies are having a challenge getting it closed in 10 days. They said, "Jim, we're doing so much business right now. Can you just move it to 2 weeks?" And so we've discovered that that's just as acceptable and as enticing to if you're offering a bank-owned property as 10 days. But if we're offering to an individual seller, we offer a 10-day closing period because that's what sellers like. But you always want to make sure that you know when the seller wants to close. Maybe they don't want to close in 10 days. Maybe they want to close in 30 or 45. That's totally cool. And by the way, if you're doing a short sale, offer on a short sale, what we like to do is say we'll close within 10 days or 14 days of the short sale approval being finally approved. Next is your offers need to be accompanied by a proof of funds. So my clients, my students, they get a proof of funds letter from me, okay, where we tell them we're open to funding their project. So proof of funds is absolutely critical, either a letter and/or a bank statement, or maybe a letter from a funding source that says, "Hey, if you have any questions about this, call me at this number," right? And next is your deposit amount. Now, when we're buying properties on the MLS, now this is totally important here because you've probably heard me say you can flip houses putting up $10 or $100 of your own money, right? That's true, but not on the MLS, okay? If you're buying fixer-uppers on the MLS, you got a lot of competition right now, and so our offers are accompanied by a $10,000 earnest money deposit, okay, on most of them. So it depends on who the seller is. If it's a private seller, we just say we'll get you the $10,000 certified deposit within 48 hours of the offer being accepted, okay? However, there are some banks and some agencies or brokers who represent banks where they say, "Hey, we're not even going to look at your offer until you give us 10 grand. Totally fine. So we write the $10,000 certified check. So if you're not in a position to put up a $10,000 earnest money deposit on your deal, in other words, if you don't have the money lined up and that you can't have the 10 grand, then don't make offers in the MLS. There's plenty of other deals out there, okay? And next, it's got to be a cash closing, meaning you're not getting financing. I didn't write that down, but it's probably the most important. So I'll go ahead and write that down right now. Okay, that's absolutely most important. So your offers, if they're a cash deal, meaning there's not a financing contingency, that is of absolute utmost important. Now, the question is, how many offers do you have to make in order to get one accepted? We have to make anywhere from 10 to 15 offers out of the MLS, mind you, 10 to 15 offers out of the MLS to get one offer accepted. Gosh, Jim, that sucks. Oh, Okay, I guess it does. So what does that mean? Let's say it's 10 offers. So that means I either have to go look at 10 houses, or what I usually do is have one of my agents go take a video of a tour of our property and follow an inspection checklist. They take a 10 or 12 minute video, send it to me via Dropbox. I look at that, go over my repair estimator, and in about 15 minutes, I've got the offer ready to go. In fact, I've got 6 I got to do today. But anyway, so yeah, we got to make a lot of offers to get some accepted. Here's where I see a lot of people make a big mistake. You ready for it? Here it is. They call 19 FSBO leads because they're wanting to do some sort of creative finance deal or a wholesale deal, and they get 4 lead sheets, and immediately insets disappointment. Right? Like, dude, you called 19 and you got 4 leads. That's pretty good. It's about 1 out of 4, 1 out of 5, right? 1 out of 5. And then they don't get any of those 4 deals under contract. So what? Go make 20 more. In my business, as good as I am at this business, I'm telling you, I'm really darn good at this business, I still got to make 10 to 15 offers just to get 1 accepted. Now here's the cool part. We buy about a house a week. So yes, we're making 10 to 15 offers every single week. That's a lot of offers. But here's the deal. People look at me like I'm crazy when I tell them I did 38 rehabs last year. Gosh, how do you do it? Well, it's really simple. I go through what does it take to get a deal. You got to have the money, you got the contractors, you got to make the offers, right? You got to do your marketing to get the leads in, to make the offers. So I simply identify how much of that stuff it takes to do 1 deal and multiply it times 38, or this year we're doing 50 rehabs. It's really straightforward. But here's the thing. You got to have the tenacity to get rejected 14 times to get 1 offer. It's totally worth it. Just imagine, all you got to do to make a ton of money in this business is make 15. So if I'm going to do 50 rehabs this year. Well, let's say I've got to make 15 offers per 15 offers to get 1 accepted. Let's just use that as the average. Okay, be a little extra conservative. How many offers is that to get 50 deals? That's 750 offers I've got to make. And out of those 750 offers, 700 of them will tell me no. So let me ask you a question. Is it worth it? Should I give up? Should I get disappointed? Should I get discouraged? No, I shouldn't. Why? Because I know that even if, let's say, I make 20 in a row that don't get accepted, the averages, history says, I'm about to get 2 right in a row. And I tell you, it's exactly what happens. Every time we're getting nervous or about to get disappointed because we don't have enough projects, we just hammer out, make more offers, and rejection, 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 and what do you know? 2 of them pop, 3 of them pop, 1 of them pop. Keep making the offers. So if you're tempted to be disappointed and you want to be like one of those awesome people who does tons of rehabs and tons of deals, realize we're just like you and that we have to make a ton of offers in order to get 1 accepted. Hope you benefited from it. And by the way, I'm doing a 3-day event so that you want to take a look at. Click the link on this page. I think it's below this video. Might be next to it. Not sure. Click the link on this video. And hope you benefit from this video. Stay tuned. Go to jimzaspel.com to check out more videos. I'll talk to you soon.